Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today, we are going to see the first game of a three-game series between the Phillies and the Chicago Cubs in Philadelphia. However, before we get to today's game, we have a couple of announcements to make. The Cubs, sadly losers of 5 of their last 7, have decided to make a managerial change. David Ross has been graciously exited off stage right, and in his place, former Cub ace starting pitcher Kerry Wood has been brought up from South Bend to take over the reins as the manager of these Chicago Cubs. He is coming in to take over a team that is 32-35, 5.5 games out of first place in the Central Division, and coming off of a truly heartbreaking 3 out of 4 losses to the Reds in Cincinnati over this past weekend. The Cubs have also made a couple of personnel changes. Marcell Ozuna has been traded from the Braves, and the Cubs and Reds at the completion of that series decided to make a swap of their own. The Cubs brought in 2 relievers, former Cub Pedro Strop, and the man who figures to be installed as the new closer, Raciel Iglesias. The Reds, in return, received several relievers, including Ian Kennedy and Brandon Morrow. Now, back to today's game. We are going to get kicked off here in Philadelphia very shortly. Cubs manager Kerry Wood has been very close to the vest with his lineup card. Let's see what he has for us today. He has Ian Happ playing second base for David Fletcher, who was traded away as part of the Ozuna deal, I believe. We have Chris Bryant batting second. Ozuna is going to bat third. Baez still playing short, batting fourth. Contreras, Shaw at first. Hayward in center. And Lester as our starting pitcher today. John Lester is making start number 13. He is 3-7 with a 5.21 ERA, 1.38 WHIP. The Phillies, with former Cub manager Joe Girardi, are running out a lineup of Roman Quinn, Juan Segura, Andrew McCutchen, Bryce Harper, Scott Kingery, Didi Gregorius, Davey Grulone, Neil Walker, and Aaron Nola. Aaron Nola has been the Phillies' ace so far this year. He is making start number 14. He comes in at an 8-2 record with a 2.47 ERA and a 1.20 WHIP. So, let's get this game underway. We see the Cubs leadoff batter, Ian Happ, stepping up to the plate. Chicago in 4th place in the NL Central with a 32-35 record. Philadelphia in 3rd place in the NL East at 34-30. The Phillies did take 2 out of 3 from the Cubs in Chicago last month. It is a beautiful 74 degrees out today. And here's the pitch. Ian Happ draws a walk. He is going to head down to first on a 4-pitch walk from Aaron Nola. If we look at the weather, we see the wind is blowing in from center at 19 mph on this beautiful 74-degree day. No chance of rain, it looks like, in the forecast. Chris Bryant now batting with a 2-1 count. Bryant pops it up to right. That's going to be playable, and it is going to be caught by his good buddy Bryce Harper out there in right field for out number 1. Ozuna now making his first official at-bat with the Cubs. 1-1 count. Nola looks in. Here's the pitch. That's a grounder up the middle. Second to short to first. And that is an inning-ending double play. Well, Ozuna is going to fit in really well with these Cubs, I can already tell. We go to the bottom of the first inning of a 0-0 game. John Lester is going to stand on the mound. He is going to pitch to Roman Quinn, Phillies center fielder, to lead off the bottom of the first inning. Full count, Lester looking for the sign. Here it comes. That's going to be a base hit up the middle. That's going to go into the gap and all the way to the wall in right center field. And Quinn standing in at second with a double. That is double number 10 of the season for Roman Quinn. Juan Segura now is the batter. Nobody out. Runner in scoring position. 1-2 count. And strike 3 called on the outside corner. Wow. Very nice change up there by John Lester to record his first strikeout of the game. Andrew McCutchen. Next batter up. He has a full count pitch. And he draws ball 4. That was a fastball. It was low. And he is heading down to first. So now Lester, in a quasi-critical situation here in the bottom of the first inning, is going to face Bryce Harper with first and second and 1 out. Full count pitch to Bryce Harper. And he decides he is going to let Bryce Harper go. He throws that one way down and in. 2 walks in the inning for Lester. Was not going to give in to Bryce Harper under any circumstances. And now we have Scott Kingery, Phillies second baseman, coming up with 1 out and the bases loaded. 1 strike count. That's popped up. It'll probably be deep enough to drive in the run. Out in center field, Santana has it. He throws home, and the throw is late. I'm sorry, that was Hayward. Hayward's out in center field today. Hayward guns it home. He does make the catch for the second out. However, the runner is safe at home, and the Phillies have a 1-0 lead. Didi Gregorius now will be the batter for the Phillies, with 2 outs and runners on the corners. Full count pitch. That's a base hit into right field. That's going to drive in another run. Gregorius stops at first with a single. The runner from third scores. Harper goes first to third on that single. And now the Phillies own a 2-0 lead. And Davey Grulone is going to be the next batter with 2 outs and runners on the corners. 1-1 count. Lester with the pitch. Popped up. And it looks like that'll be playable. Shaw is waiting for it to come down. And he is going to make the catch for out number 3. That ball hung up in the air for an incredible amount of time. However, the Phillies score 2. They take a 2-0 lead into the top of the second inning. Javier Baez will lead off against Aaron Nola here in the top of the second. 1-1 count. Baez looking for the pitch. Popped up to right. He hit it against the shift. It's going to be playable. And it is caught on the warning track by Bryce Harper. 1 down, and Wilson Contreras is the batter. 1-2 count to Contreras. Here comes the pitch. That is popped up to left center field. Again, it will be playable. However, this time, McCutchen makes the catch for out number 2. Travis Shaw now stepping up with 2 outs, nobody on. 3-1 count to Shaw. And Shaw takes ball 4. He draws the walk. And Jason Hayward will be the next batter with 2 outs and 1 man on. 2-1 count to Hayward. And that's hit high in the air to center field. It looks like every outfielder is going to record an out in this inning. That is caught on the warning track by Quinn for out number 3. Hayward certainly gave it a ride, but it was directly into the teeth of that 19-mile-an-hour wind, and that is the 3rd out. So we go to the bottom of the second of a 2-0 Phillies lead. Neil Walker will lead off for the Phillies against John Lester. 3-1 count from Lester. That is high. That is ball 4. Lester issues walk number 3 of the game. And now he will face the pitcher Nola, probably looking to sacrifice here. Let's see what happens. He lays it down right back at the mound. Lester bravely fields the ball himself and throws to Happ covering first for out number 1. Well, good job, Lester, getting outside of your comfort zone there and recording that out. Roman Quinn now the batter, with a runner on second after the successful sacrifice and 1 out. 1-1 count to Quinn. Ground ball to second. Happ has it, throws to Shaw at first for out number 2. the runner Walker advances to third on the fielder's choice. And now Segura is the batter. 2 outs, a runner 90 feet away, 2-1 count. Grounder to short, Baez over to Shaw, and that retires the side with out number 3. We go to the top of the third inning. It is 2-0 Phillies. Lester will lead off for the Cubs in the top of the third. 1 ball, count to Lester. Here it comes. Lester pops it up down the line. That is going to be a long run for McCutchen, but I believe he is going to get there. It hung up just long enough for him to make that play. Tauschman now the batter. He comes up with 1 out, nobody on. Tauschman batting .271 on the season. And that batting average just dropped a couple points as he swings and misses for strike 3. That is out number 2 on the changeup. Now we have Ian Happ stepping in. 2 outs, nobody on. Full count pitch to Ian Happ. He checks his swing, and he is awarded first base. That is ball 4. Nola also has issued 3 walks in this game. So with the base on balls, that will bring Bryant up with 2 outs, 1 man on, and a 1 ball count. Bryant slaps that one into center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Happ rounding second. However, he stays as Quinn quickly gets it back into third. Bryant with a 2-out single. That's the Cubs' first base hit of the day. And now Ozuna coming up. And this is exactly the situation that Ozuna has been brought in for. He has already 15 home runs on this season. He has 2 outs and 2 men on, and Nola's the pitcher. Cubs trying to come back here in the top of the third inning. 1-2 count to Ozuna. Big swing and a miss, strike 3 on the fastball that was down and in. Cubs do not score despite stranding 2 base runners. And now McCutchen will lead off for the Phillies in the bottom of the third. Lester with a 2-0 count, looking in. Here's the pitch to McCutchen. That is popped up to left. That is going to be chased down and caught for out number 1 by Ozuna. Harper now the batter. Full count pitch to Harper. Lester looking for the sign. Here's the pitch. Popped up to center. It looks like Santana is going to come in, and he is going to make that catch for out number 2. And now Kingery with 2 outs and nobody on. Bottom of the third inning. Lester going to work with a 2-0 count. Ground ball up the middle that gets by Baez and into center field for a single. That is the 3rd hit of the day for the Phillies. They have a 2-out single, and now Didi Gregorius is going to come up with a runner on first. 2-1 count, and Gregorius knocks that one into right field. That's another single. Back-to-back 2-out singles for the Phillies, as Tauschman is not able to get in and make that play. So Grulon will now bat with 2 outs, 2 men on. Lester trying to work his way out of a little bit of a jam, and a 3-1 count. And that's popped up on the infield. The catcher Contreras goes over, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Well, the Phillies strand 2. We go to the top of the 4th inning, 2-0 Philadelphia. Baez will lead off against Nola with an 0-2 count in the top of the 4th. And Baez is going to get a base hit. He smokes that one down the line into left field corner. Baez cruises into second base with a double. That is a lead-off double for Javier Baez in the Cubs' half of the 4th inning. Let's see if we can get something going here. Wilson Contreras now is the batter. He comes up. Baez standing on second, nobody out. 1-2 count to Contreras. And he watches strike 3 float by on a 76-mile-an-hour changeup. Well, Contreras heads back to the dugout, and now it is Travis Shaw's turn to try to drive in this run. 1 out, 1 man on, 1-2 count. Shaw pops it up behind the plate. The catcher, Grulon, backs up and makes the catch for out number 2. Well, Jason Hayward now the batter. Hayward has a little snowflake by his name. I'm pretty sure that's not an indication that he wants to go skiing. But Hayward coming up with an 0-2 count, and he smokes one into left center field. That is going to be a home run for Jason Hayward. The Cubs have just tied this game at 2 apiece. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's not. That was very high off the wall. The outfielders looked like they didn't have a play, but Hayward is going to stop at third with a triple. The center fielder definitely acted like that cleared the wall, and the left fielder got it and threw it back in. I think McCutchen might have pulled a fast one right there. But regardless, the Cubs have scored 1 run. It is now 2-1. Lester is batting. Hayward has an RBI triple. And now we are going to see the Cubs try to tie this game off the bat of John Lester. 0-1 count. Lester. Oh, and that's a wild pitch. That gets away. And Hayward comes home and he scores. And now the game is tied. Hayward comes around to score on the wild pitch by Nola. And now we have a 2-2 game. So, Lester standing in with an 0-2 count. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, the Cubs do get 2 runs. It's not a home run, but an RBI triple and then a wild pitch to allow Hayward to score. We go to the bottom of the 4th of a 2-2 ball game. Neil Walker is going to lead off against John Lester in the bottom of the 4th of this newly minted tie. And here's a 2-0 pitch from Lester. Grounder to third. Bryant has it. Throws to first for out number 1. Aaron Nola now the batter. He stands in with 1 out, nobody on. 1 ball count. Nola grounds to short. Baez has it. Throws to Shaw. Nearly pulls his foot off the bag, but he stays with it for out number 2. Roman Quinn now the batter. 2 outs, 2-0 count. Quinn, that's going to be a base hit up the middle. Quinn gets a 2-out single, and that will bring up Segura in the Phillies half of the 4th inning. Lester at 82 pitches already here in the bottom of the 4th. 2-1 count. That'll be popped up behind shortstop. Baez goes back. He makes the catch. That is out number 3. Well, Lester allows another base hit. However, the runner is stranded, and as we go now to the top of the 5th inning, we still have a 2-2 tie. Tauschman, the right fielder, is going to bat for the Cubs here to lead off the top of the 5th. 1-2 count to Tauschman. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Tauschman goes down swinging. That is out number 1. Strikeout number 5 on the day for Aaron Nola, and that brings up Ian Happ. Ian Happ with a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nola on fire here in the top of the 5th inning. He is going to record strikeout number 6, and now Chris Bryant will be the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. 1-2 count to Bryant. Strike 3 called. Nola strikes out the side on a curveball at the knees. Bryant heads back to the dugout, and we see this game go to the bottom of the 5th of a 2-2 tie. McCutchen will lead off against Lester. Lester comes into the bottom of the 5th already at 86 pitches. We'll see how long Wood decides to stick with him. We're quite a ways from Lester's spot in the lineup, actually. However, McCutchen with a full count waiting for the pitch. And he gets a leadoff walk. That is a ball inside. Lester misses inside with the fastball. And now Harper is the batter. Harper is 0 for 1 but has drawn 2 walks today. And here's the pitch to Harper. Grounder to second. Happ to Baez to Shaw. And that is a double play. Nice pitch right there by John Lester to induce the double play. And now the Phillies have 2 outs and nobody on. And Kingery is going to be the batter. 2-2 count to Kingery. Here's the pitch. Popped up to right. Tauschman is coming in. He is going to make the play for out number 3. Well, that retires the Phillies in the bottom of the 5th. We go to the top of the 6th of a 2-2 tie. And Marcell Ozuna is going to lead off for the Cubs here in the top of the 6th inning. Full count pitch to Ozuna. Nola coming to the plate. Down and in, ball 4. Well, that's a good start to the inning for the Cubs. Base on balls to Ozuna will bring up Baez with a runner on first and nobody out. 2-2 pitch. There's a grounder to third. The throw goes to second, but Ozuna breaks up the double play at second base. Baez safe at first on the fielder's choice, and now Contreras comes up, runner on first and one out. 1-2 count to Contreras. Oh, swing and a miss, strike three. That was a changeup. That felt like it came in there about 45 miles an hour. Contreras was way in front of it. He heads back to the dugout now, and Shaw is the batter. And the Reds will bring in a relief pitcher. Jose Alvarez will be the new pitcher for the Reds. He comes in with 24 and a third innings pitched and a 5.92 ERA, 10 walks, 17 strikeouts. Shaw will face Alvarez with 2 outs and a runner on first. 1-1 count. There's a grounder to second. The throw goes to first, and that will retire the side. Well, the Cubs get a base runner, but they do not advance him. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning of a 2-2 tie. And it turns out that, in fact, John Lester's day is also done. So John Lester, through 5 pretty effective innings, he allowed 2 runs and he leaves in a tie game. And now, Sammy T, Cub reliever, is going to come in to pitch to the Phillies in the bottom of the 6th inning. Sammy T has thrown 9 1/3 innings, 7 walks to 9 strikeouts with a 3.86 ERA. He's going to face Gregorius, Grulon, and Neil Walker here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Full count. Looking for the sign. Sammy with the pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is strikeout number 1 for Sammy T, and now Grulon will be the batter. He comes out with 1 out, nobody on base. First pitch to Grulon. And that is going to be a pop-up to center field. Hayward should be able to get there. He makes the catch in deep center field for out number 2. Pretty sure the wind did a lot to knock that one down as well. You know, it's an interesting note. I'm pretty sure somewhere David Ross is yelling at his TV saying that Lester could have thrown another inning. But Kerry Wood made a very different decision, and he has Sammy T pitching now to Neil Walker with 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3-0 count, and that is low. That is ball 4. That's the first walk issued by Tuivailala. So now we're going to get a pinch hitter. And the wheels are really starting to turn here in these two managers' minds, as Logan Forsythe is going to pinch hit for the pitcher spot for the Phillies as they try to break this 2-2 tie. There are 2 outs, runner on first, 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Grounder to second. The throw goes to first, and that retires the side. Well, the Phillies get a base runner, but they do not drive him in. We go to the top of the 7th of a 2-2 game. And now, Victor Arano will be the new reliever for the Phillies. He comes in with 25 1/3 innings pitched, 10 walks, 35 strikeouts, and a 5.33 ERA. He will face Hayward, the pitcher's spot, and Mike Tauschman here in the top of the 7th inning. Full count pitch. Victor Arano looking in. Here it comes. That is low. That is going to be ball 4 to Jason Hayward. Hayward, who drove in the first run and scored the second in the 4th inning, is now standing on first base with nobody out, 1 man on, and Jason Kipnis is going to be brought in to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot. The lefty Kipnis will face the righty Arano here in the top of the 7th inning. 0-2 count to Kipnis. And here's the pitch. Kipnis swings and misses for strike 3. Arano gets him on the fastball, and now Tauschman, the lefty, will bat with 1 out, 1 man on. 0-1 count. Tauschman grounds to short. The throw goes to second, but Hayward breaks up the double play at second base. So Tauschman is safe on first on the fielder's choice, and Ian Happ will now bat. 2 outs, 1 man on. 2-0 count to Ian Happ. And that's going to be a base hit into center field. Tauschman rounding second, heading for third. The throw goes to third. This is going to be a close play, and Tauschman is safe at third on a head-first slide. Nice piece of base running right there by Mike Tauschman to go first to third. And now Chris Bryant will bat with 2 men on, 2 men out in a 2-2 tie in the top of the 7th inning. 3-1 count to Bryant, and Arano decides to throw one outside. He is not going to give in to Bryant here. He puts him on first, and that'll load the bases for Marcell Ozuna. Marcell Ozuna is going to bat with the bases loaded, 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning in a critical situation for the Cubs. 1-2 count to Ozuna. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He chased a fastball that was outside the zone. Well, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning of a 2-2 game. Quinn is going to lead off, and he's going to face Nick Birdie here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Nick Birdie comes in with 6 innings thrown so far only this season. 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, but no earned runs allowed. 3-1 count, 3-1 pitch from Birdie. Here it comes. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Baez has it, throws to first, and just barely gets him for the first out of the inning. That was a very close play at first. However, the tie did not go to the runner in that case. Segura will now bat against Birdie with 1 out, nobody on. 1 strike count. Birdie gets him to pop it up on the infield. It looks like that'll be playable. Happ coming over and making the catch for out number 2. And we see now that Andrew McCutchen is going to bat with 2 outs, nobody on. Full count pitch from Birdie. Here it comes. Low and away, that is ball 4. So, the inning continues now for the one and only Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper killed the Cubs with a late home run earlier in the season in Chicago. Hopefully that outcome is not repeated here today. Birdie pitching with McCutchen on first, Harper batting. Full count pitch to Harper, and he walks him. I'm pretty sure that was an intentional walk. That pitch was way outside. That was a fastball about a foot off the plate. So now Kingery is going to bat with 2 outs, 2 men on, and Birdie trying to work his way out of the 7th inning. 1 strike count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a base hit up the middle. Hayward comes in. He makes the play. The runner's coming home. The throw comes home, and Hayward's throw is late, and the Phillies have a 3-2 lead. Well, Iglesias now is going to be brought in for Birdie. Iglesias is going to pitch to Gregorius with first and second and 2 outs, and the Phillies having just taken a 3-2 lead. 2-0 count. 0-2 count, 2 strike count now. Iglesias looking in, and he gets the strikeout. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That ends the inning. However, the Phillies do score a run and take the lead 3-2. Baez now is going to bat for the Cubs here in the top of the 8th inning. 2-2 count to Baez. And waiting for the pitch, Baez grounds weakly to short. The throw goes to first, and Baez retired for out number 1. And now we have a new Philly reliever. It is Seranthony Dominguez. This guy sounds like he belongs in a Monty Python skit, but in fact, he is a right-handed reliever out of the Phillies bullpen. He has thrown 21 2/3 innings, 11 walks, 28 strikeouts, and a .582 ERA. Contreras will face Seranthony with 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. Seranthony looks in. Here comes the pitch. And Contreras knocks that one into center field. That is going to... Oh, he's going to be out. That is a sliding catch. It looked like it was going to drop in for a base hit, but Quinn makes a diving catch for out number 2. Contreras was just robbed right there. Well, Shaw now the batter with 2 outs, nobody on. 2-2 count. And a big swing and a miss for strike 3. The Cubs go down in order in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning of a 3-2 game. Grullon will face Iglesias with the Phillies holding on to a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 0-2 count from Iglesias. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Well, Iglesias now will face Walker with 1 out, nobody on. 0-1 count. Rossale with the pitch. That was down and in. The grounder goes to first. Shaw scoops it up, throws to Iglesias, covering first base for out number 2. And now we're going to have a pinch hitter, Mike Matuk. And he is going to come into the pitcher's spot here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Full count pitch. Matuk is waiting. And that is inside. It is ball 4. So Iglesias walks him. And now Quinn is the batter with 2 outs and a runner on first base. 1-2 count. That's a grounder to first. Shaw has it. Steps on the bag for out number 3. Well, it's not a perfect inning, but Iglesias does retire the Phillies in the bottom of the 8th to preserve the 1-run deficit. We go now to the top of the 9th inning of a 3-2 Philly lead. Hayward, the pitcher's spot, and Tauschman are coming up in the top of the 9th inning. The new Phillies pitcher is going to be closer Hector Neris. He has thrown 21 innings so far this year, 8 walks to 28 strikeouts, and a 3.43 ERA. 1-2 count. Hayward waiting for the pitch. Neris is 14 for 16 in save situations this year. Here it comes. That is strike 3 called on the inside part of the plate. Well, he froze Hayward right there with a really good-looking splitter. And now Nico Horner is going to pinch hit for the pitcher spot with 1 out and nobody on. 3-1 count to Horner. And he misses high. Neris misses high with ball 4. So the tying run is now on first base. And Mike Tauschman is going to be the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. Neris with a 2-1 count, looking for the sign. Here's the pitch to Tauschman. That's a base hit. That goes into the gap in left center field. Horner rounds second. He's heading for third. Is he going to try to score? He's rounding third and heading all the way home, and the Cubs have just tied this game at 3. Nico Horner comes all the way around to score from first base on a Mike Tauschman RBI double. And now Ian Happ is the batter. Tauschman standing on second, still 1 out. Cubs looking to potentially take the lead here in the top of the 9th inning. 3-0 count. Happ waiting for the pitch. That is outside. It is ball 4. That puts another runner on base for the Cubs. And that is going to bring in Chris Bryant. Well, the Phillies have apparently seen enough of Neris. They're going to bring in Nick Pivetta. Pivetta has thrown 33 2/3, 12 walks to 40 strikeouts, and a 4.28 ERA. So Neris has blown the save opportunity here in the top of the 9th inning. And now Chris Bryant is coming up to face Nick Pivetta. Full count pitch to Bryant, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Looking for the sign. Here's the pitch. That is outside. That is ball 4. Bryant, it says that he checked his swing, and the umpire agrees. And the bases are now full of Cubs. And once again, Marcell Ozuna, I feel like he's been up in basically every important situation so far in this game. They just keep giving him opportunities. So Ozuna comes up with the bases loaded and 1 out in a tie game in the top of the 9th. If he basically gets the ball out of the infield, it's gonna tie or gonna give the Cubs the lead. Let's see what happens. 2-2 count to Ozuna. Pivetta with the pitch. That's a grounder to third. The throw comes home. That is out number 1. The throw goes to first, but Ozuna, hustling down the line, manages to beat the throw to first base. So the game remains tied. The bases remain loaded. Ozuna is safe on first on the fielder's choice. Bryant and Happ each move up a base. And now Javier Baez is going to bat with 2 outs. And the Cubs trying to take the lead in the top of the 9th inning. 2-2 count to Baez. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, the Cubs do tie the game. We're forced to go to the bottom of the 9th inning of a 3-3 tie. Kerry Wood is going to bring in Adbert Alzolay And I guess he's looking toward this game potentially going to extra innings now because Alzolay was a starter in the minors. He comes in, he's thrown 18 2/3, 13 walks to 18 strikeouts, and a 3.38 ERA. He's going to face Segura, McCutchen, and Harper here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Full count pitch. Alzolay looks in, waiting for the sign. Here's the pitch. That is popped up to center field. That should be playable. And Hayward is under it for out number 1. Alzolay now pitching to McCutchen with 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 count. And there's a grounder up the middle. Baez has it. Throws to Shaw at first for out number 2. Harper, the batter now. Gosh, it's so tempting to walk Bryce Harper here because this is the one guy that can absolutely end this game. So let's see what Alzolay does. 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3 call. Alzolay gets him with a fastball at the knees. Well, we go to the top of the 10th inning of a 3-3 tie. We're getting extra baseball today, folks. Contreras is going to be the batter. He's going to face Pivetta in a 3-3 tie, top of the 10th inning. 2-1 count to Contreras. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a base hit to left field. That's going to drop in front of McCutchen. Contreras stops at first with a single. And now, with the leadoff runner on, Travis Shaw will be the batter. With nobody out, runner on first base. 3-1 count to Travis Shaw. That is high and in. That is ball 4. Shaw was diving out of the way of that pitch. So the Cubs have another great opportunity here with first and second, nobody out. And Jason Hayward coming up in the top of the 10th inning. Full count to Jason Hayward. Here's the pitch. Hayward swings and misses for strike 3. Well, that is Pivetta's second strikeout of the day. Danny Santana now is going to be the pinch hitter. He's going to step in from the left side against the righty Pivetta with the game basically on the line. First and second, 1 out. Cubs trying to break this 3-3 tie. Full count pitch to Santana. And he swings and misses on a pitch that was way inside. That was definitely ball 4. But Pivetta fooled him, got him to chase a bad one. So now Tauschman is going to bat. He comes up, and he is going to face the new Reds pitcher, lefty, Ranger Suarez. Suarez has thrown 27 2/3, 10 walks, 23 strikeouts, 4.88 ERA. Suarez pitching for the Phillies here in the top of the 10th inning with 2 outs, runners on first and second. And a 1-ball count. And Tauschman, and that one gets away. Tauschman checks his swing, but it's a wild pitch. Contreras hustles down to third, and Shaw heads over to second. Tauschman now batting with a full count and 2 outs and runners on second and third, trying to drive in the go-ahead run here in the top of the 10th inning. And Tauschman watches ball 4 go by low. So he draws the walk, and the next batter up is going to be Ian Happ. The switch hitter Happ is going to stand in from the right side against the lefty Suarez with 2 outs and the bases loaded. First pitch to Happ, and that one gets away. That's another wild pitch, and the runner is going to score from third. The Cubs now have a 4-3 lead. So now Shaw advances to third, Tauschman advances to second. There's still 2 outs. Suarez is really struggling out here. 2-2 count to Happ. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that ends the inning. Well, the Cubs score a run. They take the lead 4-3 in the top of the 10th inning. And now, newly reclaimed Cub, Pedro Strop, is going to pitch the bottom of the 10th inning. He has thrown so far for the Reds this year 24 1/3 innings of 7 walks and 31 strikeouts with an ERA of 3.33. So, Kingery is going to be the batter. He stands in the bottom of the 10th inning. Phillies trailing 4-3. 1 strike count. Strop trying to save this game for the Cubs. Strop looks in. Here comes the pitch. Hopped up to right. It'll be playable. Coming in and making the catch in short right field is Mike Tauschman for out number 1. Didi Gregorius now will face Strop with 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to Gregorius. Here it comes. That's going to be a single into right field. Tauschman has it. He gets it quickly back into the infield. But that is a base hit for Didi Gregorius with 1 out. And now Grulon will be the batter. Grulon comes up with 1 out, 1 man on. Full count pitch from Strop. Grounder to short. Baez to Happ to Shaw. And that double play ground ball is going to end the game. Well, the Cubs get past the Phillies for their second straight win in a 4-3 game. They tied the game in the top of the 9th, and they took the lead in the top of the 10th. The Cubs got 4 runs on 6 hits. The Phillies got 3 runs on 7 hits. And our player of the game today is going to be Aaron Nola. The Phillies starter went 5 2/3 of 3 hit, 4 walk baseball, 1 earned run, and 8 strikeouts. He, however, does not factor in the decision as Neris blew the save, allowing a run at the top of the 9th, and Pivetta earns the loss, allowing a run in the top of the 10th. So Pivetta actually threw 43 pitches in relief. That's a little surprising for a reliever. Strop earns his first save of the season, and Alzolay gets his 3rd win out of the bullpen. So it looks like now the Cubs have improved to 33-35, and the Phillies dropped to 34-31. Well, the Kerry Wood era starts out in dramatic fashion here for the Cubs with a come-from-behind extra inning win. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.